This side of the ground, and this has got to be a huge quarter for them.
Well, he's played here on a few occasions, Stewie Scott, so he should know. Ball is in the middle as the rain starts to tumble here. The 1998 GDFL qualifying final between Bannockburn and Thomson. It's 14 point difference. Thomson lead 4-3 to 2-1. And the rain is now coming down. And hopefully that'll get rid of the wind. But it is fairly pelting down too now. So this is the change.
Got rid of Fano too.
Got rid of Fano. I bet you he's run straight into the club rooms. Now Wilkins with the free kick for Thomson in the middle of St Albans reserve. Poor kick off the boot, goes to centre half forward. Wentworth stands there and takes the mark. The chicken hawk at centre half back for Bannockburn. Goes wide, looking for Lincoln East. And can it sit for Lincoln East? No, it can't. And he can't pick it up. So it's out of bounds. Centre on the outer side.
Yes, the ball just kept bouncing away and being assisted by this horrific breeze this afternoon.
We'll have to turn the lights on soon.
Yes, it's going to be a bit of a tricky call this afternoon. Thank God for television monitors as Shane Andrews having run the ball. Gets down for young Fanny's in there, kicks off the carpet. Support there by Timmy Gardner was good. Got through the tackles nicely. Then steadies the game short and finds Highland. He plays on, hand pass looking for Rowan. Ball doesn't sit for him, but he's got support there. It's Woofenden to Tucker, but this ball well smothered from, I think it was Delahunt. Now Connors comes in for Bannockburn. He was possessed of the football, and the umpire will come in and I think he'll find bounce down. Still in the centre square here at St Albans, and at the present time, Bannockburn enjoying a 14-point lead, early stages of the second quarter.
I'd expect a bit of tension with Tommy on Gardner too, just quietly.
Now Highland gives it back towards Fanning. Gets knocked off the footy, but gets his left foot kick away towards centre half forward. Ardo gets a hand to it. Got some support. Marty Rowan, great pick up. Got Timmy Gardner in support as well. He gives it to Rowan now. He's going to get around Flanagan. Go with the right boot. Poor kick off the boot. McFarlane. Corrigan gets back in front of Humphrey, who looks like he's got the job on him now. Corrigan gets a kick away. Wentworth, it's over his head. Tucker comes at it, gets a hand to it. Then it falls towards Connors at centre half back. He's got Burns and Highland against him. Highland in there fighting on hands and knees. Can he get it out? He can, but the umpire has set his.
Just a little more desperate, the Thomson boys at the stage.
Yeah, they are, Stewie, and it will be ball up once again at centre half forward. Tucker against Andrews. Tucker with the thump away. Highland, there's Fanning, can't pick it up. Ardo also goes through the middle. Now he gets free, gets a little kick away. Fanning has got the footy, got Rowan on the side. He gives him a handball. He had to run onto it, Marty Rowan. It's a bit slippery out there now. The big wingman, can he pick it up? He gets ripped off the footy by Corrigan. Now there's Rick Humphrey. He wants to soak to the boundary line and finds it. And in between half forward and the forward pocket, we'll have a boundary throw in.
Yes, the Sharon would be a nice little bit of soap. A minute, I'd suggest, and that's going to make the playing conditions even more trickier.
Bit of experienced play there by Humphrey going to the boundary line. He had 4 or 5 Bannockburn players around him, and had he tried to keep it in, possibly he would have tackled and they may have been able to run the ball away.
Tom in the end gets the boundary throw in, gets it down with both hands towards Gad, goes towards Andrew against Wilkins. Can he pick it up the trainer? He can't do so. Taps it on for Harding. Now free kick found, is it? No. Thrown in. Yes, it was out. Well, the boundary umpire's not much closer than us. And was that out?
He was out, boys.
Was that out, boys?
Yeah,
Okay.
it bounced out and then come back in.
Okay, so it is a throw in at centre wing. Club room side. St Albans, Wilkins in front. Andrews from behind. Big left punch to the front of the pack. Flanagan and Rowan, and over the boundary line once again. It's 4-3-27. Thomson, Bannockburn 2-1, 13 more into the quarter time score. It's Thomson by 14 points.
Just pretty interesting that, not many players actually get between us there now, but between the ruck contest and the boundary line, the defensive side that's in the wind would like to run it around the boundary as often as they can. So you'd think if you're on the opposing side, you go to the boundary where they're going to want to go.
Well, great play there from Gardner. Taps it on to Fanning. Goes with the right boot long towards McFarlane. Coming at it was Rose. It nearly knocked him out. Goes to the back. Now look at how far it's run. It's into the forward pocket, close to the boundary line. Corrigan and now Humphrey. They go at it. Humphrey slides, and he slides the ball over the boundary line. And it will be a throw in the left forward pocket for Thomson.
As Stewie Scott mentioned before, the desperation, like Corrigan then was in front, and yet who landed on the ball with desperation? Humphrey.
And which side did they come from to attack two?
Interesting.
Tucker gets it down. McFarlane. Turn around. Third goal. Done it. Christian
Clever.
McFarlane.
Clever goal.
Just while we're having a look there, boys, we've got Andrews, the opposing ruckman, Thomson standing in the middle of the ground now. If Bannockburn won possession of the ball, they're hardly not going to go down through the middle. They're going to want to go to the boundary, so I think that's the place that he should actually be. And he's going to be closer. If the ball does go out there and there's a boundary throw in or a ball up, he's going to be close to the contest instead of running 20, 30 metres to try and get to it.
Thomson 5-3-33. They lead Bannockburn 2-1-13. GDFL Raiders bingo. Second quarter score, but they're getting twice the sponsorship. Jeez, I've done well there, haven't I?
You have done Chase, but still we didn't have a break at quarter time.
Is that
so
what
I'll
it was?
forgive you this time.
Thanks, mate.
That's-
Well, you take the call and I'll fix it.
Okay, well now we've got Drainer Andrews for the Bannockburn on the ball. I'm pleased to see that. He's up against the taller Wilkins, who gets the tap down, but it's gone straight to Lincoln East, who runs on the ball this time. Feeds off to the run of the Chicken Hawk, Paul Wentworth. The DVC goes up to half forward. Ronnie Pilgrim leaves it there for a team. And Connors chops, drives the ball long. Who's at the back of the pack? The Rubber Man. Always good for the Thomson side by Elliott. Got it across to Wolfenden, who looks up there to Wilkins at half back, who pulls it out towards the boundary line. Players just losing their footing at the present time. Good fist forward there by
Try to get it over on the
Atchison again. And I think you'll find it's out of bounds. Half forward flank. Bannockburn into attack, kicking to the city end of the St Albans reserve.
We've got a respective goal umpire over there in front of the scoreboard.
Yeah, I think all our supporters heard that anyway because you're talking to the microphone when you're not talking, boys. So just keep it away from the mouths, you know, Fano.
Lovely work. And that's,
Special comments.
Young Mitchell Gray, I believe, is the boy there, all done up in the goal umpire fraternity. And his future looks bright for the Geelong football umpires.
Remember what Cookie did a couple of years ago in Werribee, Fano? Just be careful, alright? Boundary throw in. At the back of the pack now. Develops. And the umpire will have to come in and bounce it again. Stewie, have you encountered the three umpires this year at all in your travels?
Yeah,
How did it work?
had to matter any. They can't really get it right at AFL level, so to be fair on the fellas down here, I'm not doing a bad job, but I think that the interpretation of the rules are going to be the same all the time, but it's the leniency on whether you give the free kick for the same instant or not, whether you give it for a bit harder than others. So it's going to be a bit difficult, but as I said, they can't get it right at the AFL level, so we can't be too critical here.
They've only got half a chance of getting it right, and there's two. They've only got a third of a chance, and there's three. So
That's it. The odds are blown out.
boundary throw in. It's 5-3 playing 2-1. 20 points of difference. Gardner with a big thump through the legs of Rowan. Highlands there. Harding fighting hard too. Flanagan just tried to keep it in front. Now he taps it back towards Connors. It's wrapped up. Gets a half a handball away. Highlands there also. And will be a ball up on centre wing.
8 minutes gone of the second quarter. Brought was by Buckley's gaming centre. This second term and margin. Thomson enjoying a 20-point lead. Ball now, member side centre wing. Wilkins again. Got it down to Highland, who screws the ball over his left shoulder. Keeps it in play. Good footy, but Stevie Gadd's there in front on this occasion of Stephen Jewell. And is happy to get it over the line and out of bounds. Ball now on the forward side of centre wing.
Andrews going to beat on the forward line, and Boyle probably ruck the rest of the quarter.
Okay,
He's in it now against Sherwell. Sherwell in front. There's that front of the pack that Stewie Scott spoke about. And Flanagan got there, but too late before he could keep it in. He's in a bounce. And
That was a predetermined thing at quarter time that Stormy had mentioned, that Andrews would take the first 5. I think you'll see Maury work a little bit harder in between the contests in this quarter.
So Sherwell to take the front position, more from behind. Sherwell, double hander, down towards Highland. Kick around the corner. And I think it might be too close. It is. It's out of bounds on the full. It'll be a free kick to Thomson. Sorry, to Bannockburn. From Thomson. Highland over the way. Wentworth it is. Now, Wentworth from centre wing goes towards half forward. Morgan, he back there. Perkins as well. Was that a push? Yes, it was, says the umpire. Against Ashley Perkins, and it will be Glenn Wilkins. The free kick for Thomson. Wants to handball it off. He did, but he might go for the kick. He looks for Tucker. He goes in that direction. Sherwell there as well. Cowan's laying off the pack. It's going to need to run. Here he is, Plugger. Can he pick it up? Well, he tries to tap it on. Ardo there also off the ground. Sherwell, intelligent. Rowan's on the outside here if it comes to him. It will now. Marty Rowan can handball it to Fanning. If he can pick it up, he can't do so. Now it goes through the hands of Ardo as well. It's inside the 50, but Gadd will be able to relieve the pressure for Bannockburn. Goes to the open spaces on centre wing. Paddy Burns leads the race. He goes in front of Perkins. Now Burns, where can he get it? Tries to tip it back intelligent to Peacock. Burns himself. He's doing the 1-2 with himself at the moment. Peacock breaks one tackle. Handball. Quickly towards Fanning. Got to pick it up. He does. Rides one tackle. Ball kick off the ground. Now getting back towards half back for Martin of Thomson. Goes wide towards Burns on hands and knees. And Pat Burns will see it over the boundary line for a throw in at half forward for Bannockburn.
Just that last bit of play there, sorry Ronnie, to butt in.
You're right.
It's probably a situation where, the Bannockburn players are kicking into the breeze, but when they're sort of 50, 60 metres behind the play, you start pushing over towards the defensive side of the ground because that's the side their teammates are going to want to bring it. And, we've got Perkins trying to foot race with Burns there, and there wasn't a play within 40 metres of where it was going.
Okay, well now the ball is back into play at half forward. Opportunity here through Hartley, who drives the Bannockburn side into it. Again, Atchison just too quick for the driver on that occasion, Shane Andrews, and thumps the ball. It's bounced about 40 metres now to the centre of the ground. Pilgrim traps it. That was Ronnie. Head pass, not a good one. Cuts it off, but Matty Pilgrim now paddles it out forward. Looks there to Chops Connors. He can't pick it up, but gave it across to Stormy Winter, who slaps it on his left foot and up and under. Sees again Peacock defending well for the Thomson side. Finds Rowan, who's been handy. Kicks the ball to the centre of the ground, but again, the big fella, Hewitt, takes the ball and plays on and kicks to half forward. Footy from the big centre half back and finds, that looks like Lincoln East.
It was East, but in the forward line, Wilkins gets it away for Peacock, and the Thomson Tigers defend. Go back to the middle. Tucker tries to tap it to the front against Gardner and Tom there. Good play. Hewitt roved off the back of the pack. Goes to the right boot again, long towards Andrews, unattended. And Shane Andrews takes the mark.
Yeah, just caught out of position then after that forward movement, the Thomson side. Wilkins was there also, but just didn't jump the flight of the ball. Drona did. And an important shot goal for Shane Andrews. He has yet to bother the scorers, and he's bothered them quite a number of times in season 98. Shane Andrews kicked 47 goals for the season.
And he's still kicked 47 because it's gone wide. It's out of bounds off hands for a throw in. He's kicked from about 50 there, and just the breeze took it away to the right forward pocket for a throw in.
Not sure if Maury's got an injury or not, but I don't like to keep it happening the same. But he seems to be struggling. When the ball's within 5 or 10 metres, he doesn't seem to be either that urgent or whether there's an injury that's not enabling him to get to the ball or not. And maybe he should be in a forward pocket. Maybe Drainer should be up the ground trying to run out most of the quarter.
Has got his left knee strapped.
Well, Thomson have got the advantage here. Free kick to Atchison. It goes to Highland now on half back. Goes towards centre wing. Sherwell. Cowan coming up. Pace the plugger. Oh, he put everybody down. He doesn't mind attacking the foot. Comes now to Hewitt at centre wing. He's got a couple of players to pick in the middle. East. Ardo getting back. Good kick though. Hewitt. Well. And East. Handball over the top. Going to have to watch it now. Pilgrim. Ardo's with him. Matt Pilgrim. Left foot kick. Poised. Great work and great kick. And finds Rick Harding at centre half forward.
Yeah, great diving mark too from Rick Harding. Had to work there to get that footy because it is slippery.
Probably one of their better players, I think.
Certainly has played well for the Bannockburn side. A long bomb too in front, no mark paid. Gee, the Bannockburn, the Thomson defenders, they try to outmark the forward for Bannockburn in Andrews, who ends up with the ball. Good tackle, sees the ball picked up nicely now by Martin. He's a long raking hand pass over the head of Highland. Cops a high tackle there from Damien Tom, and advantage won't be paid. Gardner, yes it is. Gardner's allowed to run on with the ball. Give it inboard to Rowan. Kicks to Tucker at centre half forward, but there's no one home for the Thomson side as Richie Corrigan mops up for the Bannockburn boys.
Goes towards East. Up on the half volley. Ardo's there right next to him though. Kick off the ground by Lincoln East. Might be a bit high, wide and handsome. It is. It's out of bounce on the full. And Steve Ardo will go across and take the free kick on. Centre wing on the outer side. It's 5-3 playing 2-1. It's 20 points of difference still. In a tight second term now. Goes up towards half forward. Humphrey can't take the mark. Little toe poke's okay. Trevor Tucker wanted somebody going past. He elects to go with the kick in the end. Just outside 50 it'll bounce. Corrigan bounces backwards. Goes at Sherwell. Knocks Corrigan off the footy, but there's enough Tigers. That's Bannockburn side to see it over the boundary line at half forward. And it will be a boundary throw in. We've been playing 14 minutes in this second term. Buckley's Gaming Centre scoreboard 2-1 playing 5-3. Thomson leading by 20 points. Throw in. Winter up in the end with Tucker. Falls to the pack. Winter. Kick off the ground. Wilkins, can he get across there? The big man first. He can. Goes on the left. Little short kick towards Gardner. It's out of bounds on the full. It's too wide. It will be a free kick to Bannockburn to be taken by Damien Tom.
Yeah, good pressure there from Charles Connors. I think, in those situations, you really can't push anybody around, and Wilkins really should have kicked long rather than trying to go for touch. In these conditions, pretty tough to do so.
So Tom, just on the defensive side of centre wing, goes now, holds up in the breeze the kick. Wilkins tries to tap it away, but paid the mark. It will be Peter Moore. Now handball off quickly to the coach. Stephen Winner goes towards centre half forward, leading out. Dallahan should be able to mark a Kenny. No, good punch away. Elliott made up a bit of ground there. Roved Harding, kick around the corner. Atchison leads Andrews in the race for the footy again. The rubber man breaks away and then goes with a kick towards the middle. Cowan a long way up from centre half forward. Can't take the diving mark. Then outnumbered here Thomson. Wentworth. Good poise. Poor kick in the end though. Goes past Connors. Harding can pick it up though. Go on the left boot into the pocket. Screwed around with the breeze and it is out of bounds in the forward pocket for a boundary throw in.
Well, there's been only that one goal scored by Christian McFarlane. Snapshot in the early stages, second quarter. So a real battle of defences starting to develop here in this qualifying final for GDFL football in season 98. Ball now, right forward pocket. Bannockburn into attack, and they do need a goal, and Ronnie Pilgrim now swoops on it. Left foot shot though, right into the attacking side, left forward pocket. And that's the place to come in too, I would suggest. And they really need now to try and this ball through the big sticks from this left forward pocket. About 25 metres now from Bannockburn goal. Throw in. In front there again, Wilkins taps it forward. Bat Burns is there for the Tigers and always runs straight into Connors. Umpire said no opportunity and he'll bounce down.
So it's going to be a ball up. It's 5-3-33 Thomson. Bannockburn 2-1-13. 20 points the difference in this second term. Winner to play Werribee Central's in next week's second semi-final. Thrown up. Wilkins and up against Perkins. Falls in the end of Highland. Got Gardner in support and Fanning goes for the kick towards Rowan. And Rowan stands. Can't take the mark. Coming across Gardner. Kick off the ground. Timmy Gardner. And a bounce on the full for a free kick to Bannockburn at half forward. And it will be Lincoln East with the footy. Now East goes to the right boot. Big pack developed. Wilkins from behind. Now Elliott coming to the back. Andrews on hands and knees. Can't get it away from Armstrong. Also Burns in there and it will be a ball up in the forward pocket. Wind has died down since that shower we had in the first couple of minutes of this second term.
You're blowing about 40 knots now.
Yeah, only 40 knots, 100. And as I say that, it picks up. I should shut my mouth, shouldn't I? Ball up. Wilkins with a big run up. Goes towards Connors and Martin there also off the ground by Martin. Highland will see it over. And it will be a boundary throw in the left forward pocket.
20 points the margin still. Bannockburn trailing Thomson in the qualifying final.
Just to be surprised, you boys got Morey here 2-on-1 standing on the flank, and Matty Pilgrim, your rover, is standing there. I don't think Thomson are going to really try and centre the ball. They're going to try and come around this side of the ground. That's where I thought that Pilgrim possibly should be.
Oh,
That's Matty.
Wolfenden knocked off the footy, and umpire Fanning downstairs didn't agree with that, but it will be a mark to Andrews. About 25 metres out, 45-degree angle, a chance to put Bannockburn's third on the board.
Now, he's going to have to aim for about centre of the points and point post and goal post here, I reckon, to kick this. Unless he keeps it very low. Wilkins has gone back out of the goal line. This will be a pretty tough call here for the drainer. I tell you what, he's measured it pretty well. The ball, like a boomerang, arcs through the air, straight through the high diddle-diddle, and Shane Andrews, the drainer, kicks his first.
He should be a goal-kicking catch, he should. Unbelievable. Bannockburn 3-1-19, and they now trail by only 14 points. Thomson 5-3, 33 Buckley's Gaming Centre second quarter scoreboard, and we've been playing 19 minutes in this second term.
Quite absurd, isn't it? Whereby the side kicking into the breeze seems to be doing the scoring.
I think you become a little bit more disciplined when the kicking into the wind, Ronald.
Okay, well, here we are.
Back in the middle, Wilkins up against Moore. The two young guns go at it. They go up, Wilkins gets it down. Highland got a hand to it, but then it's chopped off. And the umpire will come in and have a secondary bounce just on the attacking side of the square, and attacking side of the centre circle for Thomson. Taking the southern end of St Albans reserve in this second term. Up again, Moore. Wilkins gets it down, falls backwards towards Gardner and Flanagan. Flanagan kick off the ground, goes towards Connors. He's ripped off the footy. Pilgrim said that's Ryan handball to the call of Perkins is good. He's at 50, Ashley Perkins. He goes in now, holds up in the breeze. Atchison, Andrews, punched away. Needs somebody at the front. Connors fell off his chest. And pack develops. Where's the ball? It's in the middle. The umpire will now come in and bounce it as the rain starts to tumble once again here at St Albans Reserve. And as you can see on our screen for our guest video watchers, it's pretty hard too. The rain tumbling down, goes to the back of the pack. Harding leaves it for the major off one step and puts it into the car park. Out of bounds on the ball.
On that occasion. And an opportunity gone begging there for the Bannockburn side, but the ball is still on their forward line. Penalty free kick now to be taken. Looks like Pat Burns is it in the back pocket, or Chris Martin?
No, it's Armstrong.
Gee, I mucked that up.
Sabuli Armstrong with it in the back pocket, goes towards half back with a good kick for distance. Back develops there, and the umpire lets it go. Then it comes out towards the boundary line. It is out of bounds now, and it will be a throw-in.
I think about this time last year, the conditions were very similar to this at the same ground, except it was on the Sunday, and we certainly haven't picked the weather over the last couple of years for the finals, especially when you consider the season's been so good as far as weather goes.
Comes out now from the ruck contest. Moore, big thump away. Connor's got to kick away as he got slung. In front, Delahan can't pick it up. He's wrapped up. The umpire will come in now and bounce it. It's about 35 metres out from Bannockburn's goal. They trail 3-1-19, Thomson 5-3-33. It's been a goal each in this second term.
I think Connor's working a lot hard this quarter, boys.
Yep, certainly is, both in the forward line and on the ball. Wilkins gets wrapped up as he gets his handball away from the ruck contest. And it's now out of bounds once again. Still in the Bannockburn attacking zone. And we've been playing 23 minutes in this second term. So not far away from half-time. It's going to be Perkins to do the ruck work for Bannockburn and Wilkins for Thomson. Perkins gets it down well towards Ronnie Pilgrim. He gets ripped off the footy. Was he held on to a bit long? No, he wasn't, says the umpire. Harding breaks a couple of tackles, then Burns breaks him, wraps him up again. Coming through was Connors. Now Burns gets it towards Rowan. Oh, he got a high tackle and get a free kick. Marty Rowan at half back. Been a good acquisition for Thomson, giving them another marking option across centre wing. He's got McFarlane leading a long way up the ground. Goes with a high tumbling punt towards Moore. It's over the back. Highland. Can he get it over towards Cowan? Well, he's going to get wrapped up, but he gets his handball away. Plug has to sit and wait. It falls for it now. Clinton, great play, Plugger. Just got a little bit of a hand onto it. Sherwell's going to shepherd for McFarlane. McFarlane got one high, then got some support. Ardo. Now Steve Ardo around the corner. It's Clinton Shaw attacking it. Peacock tries to tap it on intelligently towards Humphrey. Corrigan. Peacock keeps his feet. Got some support. Highland. Can he get away? Well, he can't. He gets wrapped up. And the umpire says play on. It's on at the attacking 50. Handball over the top. Moore. Winter comes at it. Leaves it. Burns does too. Peacock's there again. Kick around the corner. Back to centre half forward at 50. McFarlane has to sit and wait. Does so. Can't take the mark. Cowan. And also Flanagan. Flanagan just gets there. Cowan over the top like a snake. Handball. McFarlane. Sherwell. They've all got hands on it. It's pretty slippery out there with that last shower of rain. And now the umpire will come in and bounce the ball 35 metres out from Thompson's goal.
Interesting observation though that some players, and like Rod Peacock on that both occasions he attacked the ball, didn't lose his footing. Blokes like Connors and also I'd suggest Matty Pilgrim tend to go to ground. Why?
I don't know. Moulds on probably. Tucker gets it to Ardo. Kick in the air and Moore falls to the back of the pack. Humphrey in the middle of Hewitt and Corrigan. Hewitt will see it over the line and out of bounds. In the left forward pocket, it's 5-3 playing 3-1. It's 14 points of difference with Thomson into attack.
Yeah, it'd be pretty disappointing if there's players out there with moulded soles on. The Weather Bureau did forecast these conditions, and one would have
put
the stops in. Yeah.
They said rain, not an absolute storm. Well, ball still in the forward line for Thomson. It's going to be a ball up.
And we're still in tax, son.
Yeah, the car's not there anymore, but the van still is. Don't worry about the Camry out the back. Now, it's going to be a ball up. Big pack around this ball up, just outside 30 metres. Tucker. Moore from behind. Goes towards Corrigan. And it's now out of bounds for a throw-in. And it will be Tucker to do the ruck work for Thomson and Moore for Bannockburn. Big pack still around the boundary throw-in. Cowan standing in the goal square with Clinton Shaw. Thrown in. Moore goes up. Humphrey at the back. Now Sherwell in there as well. The umpire will ball it up all over again. So a bit of a stalemate here in the forward line.
Yes, time just ticking away on the promoted clothing and trophy company time clock. It shows that we've been travelling 24.5 minutes of the second quarter and margin still remaining at 14 points. Thomson trailing, leading Bannockburn.
Tucker. Moore gets his right fist to it. Now ripped off the footy. Humphrey through the middle. The umpire will come in and bounce it again. Pluck out a free kick here somewhere, I think, to clear it.
Well, that's the easiest thing to do, isn't it?
Well, another ball up. Still Moore, still Tucker. Thrown up. Moore goes up, Tucker. Got one high, no free kick. Comes from Burns towards Corrigan. Humphrey there also, and it's out of bounds once again. So we've had 4 ball-ups and 2 throw-ins, and we're still no closer to the Thomson goal. But they do lead by 14 points. Just get a nod from our director. Are we having a break at half-time, Noel? We are, thank you. That's a nod. Good. And it's over the back of the pack. McFarlane can't take it away from him. Or Tom tries to break a tackle, then gets rid of the footy. Straight through the middle of the pack. Falls towards Steve Ardo. Across the goal. Plugger with the slips catch.
Great grab.
And on the left boot, on the right side for a left footer, now Plugger, who's been pretty good this afternoon. A long way up from goal and has been fairly strong at the footy. And will kick from 10 metres out, 45-degree angle, rain pelting down, wind everywhere. Not the best conditions for a full forward or for a forward line player. Now Fano's put the moz on him. He said, bet he kicks it. Well, he's a pretty good kick for goal usually, left footer. And he's missed it for one behind.
Yes.
You can't con the umpire from up here, Noel. Sorry. One behind. 5-4-34 Thomson. Bannockburn 3-1-19. Buckley's Gaming Centre second quarter scoreboard. And Jake Hilt will wait for the ball to come back in to the field of play from out in St Albans Road. You right, are you boys? It's okay.
Hewitt it is now, going to bring the ball back into play for the Bannockburn side. Elects to go to the defensive side, looking for Stevie Gadd. It's over his head, hasn't been touched by a player. And Thomson now will get the penalty free kick through Stephen Ardo. He's about 75 metres now from the Thomson goal, kicking to the Buckley's Gaming Centre end of the St Albans reserve.
You can get in the van, boys, down there if you want to. I mean, but you won't be able to see any of the play, but you can keep dry. Well, ball from half forward now goes back in towards Tucker and Humphrey. Which way is it going to bounce? Humphrey's got it. Handball slick. In fact, behind him now, Tucker and McFarlane. Tucker just tries to slap it back towards Highland. He can't do so. It's out of bounce once again. 40 metres out from Thomson's goal. They're 5-4-34. They lead Bannockburn 3-1-19. And there is the siren for half-time in the 1998 GDFL qualifying final. And at half-time, it is Thomson 5-4-34. They lead Bannockburn 3-1-19 in that term. Thomson kicked 1-1, while Bannockburn managed 1 goal. The goal kickers to half-time, Christian McFarlane has 3 for Thomson, Daniel Fanning and Glenn Wilkins 1 each, while for Bannockburn singles to Steve Delahunt, Ron Pilgrim and Shane Andrews. And we will have a bit of a half-time break. We'll get Stuart Scott's thoughts on the first half and Frank Vitali's stats after this on 94.9 Guest FM and Guest Video.